All right, here's the deal. I did not make another question. So here's how this little stack of money goes. I wanted to hear a live, whoever comes up here in probably the next minute and has to filter through my, okay, this is a great question. I'm going to give you this stack of money and ask the question. We're going to call it a day. Sound good? Anybody who wants to try, you got about a minute to get up here. Hurry up. Let's hear it. I'm going to read it. Let's go. Ask it to me. If you were going to start over, what would you initially do? Not bad. First steps, brand new. Come on, it's got to be fast. This is a life of speed, my friends.
They say no to your primary, how do you flip them to the other?
They say no to your primary, how do you flip them to the...
Same thing. You're just getting started. How do you start?
Brand new?
Brand new.
How do you know what the next right move is to
Next,
your business?
okay,
If you had a do-over, what would you do differently?
okay.
What was their personal struggle that they overcame to get to where they are?
I like, here's the thing. What was yours again?
If you had a do-over, what would you do differently?
It's kind of the same as ours. Starting.
I'm going with it. I'm going with the verbiage. All right, here we go. Little bit of humility on this deal. If you had to do it knowing what you now know, and you press the reset button and you get to go start over, knowing the errors, and the appropriate philosophical answer is I would do nothing different because I've learned so much from my friend. Get real. Okay, we're not answering. You lose money. I take your clothing. I pick your pocket if you give us that lame answer. Okay. You're starting all over. What was the mistakes? What would you avoid? What would you have not done? You know what I'm saying? There's some things I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done attacking marketing. I started off doing attacking cross-recruiting. And it wasn't attacking nasty. It was just, I wouldn't have done it looking back. You know? But hey, I learned it. And the real answer is to be so classy that it's just attractive beyond all belief. But that was one of my things. But here we go. Give me the money. I'll just put this in my pocket. Okay, here we go. Diane, if you reset the button. Go.
I started off in traditional network marketing, and I put all my focus into, I was a zealot for the company. If I were to start over again and go back, I would put all my focus from the beginning on building my list and building my entity and developing multiple streams of income. That's been the safety for my family, and it's been, what's carried us through. It's your list.
Very nice. Mr. Gomez?
Okay, so many may not know. The funniest question I get asked is, what do you do? Who are you? And that's a reflection of how bad I've networked. I teach marketing and sales training to networkers, and it's one of the worst things that I do is networking. I've always been this island unto myself. And I've cut myself off from knowing, so many great people I've met this year and the years previous, Mark and Jonathan Budd and a lot of the other guys that I meet. So if I go back, reset, it would be having an attitude of reaching out to folks who are influential in the industry sooner and really establishing my value earlier so I can help more people. So for me, being able to get my message out there, not being afraid to reach out and talk to folks that are out there and get a support group around you because it's lonely, lonely, lonely.
I like it. I like it. Let me interject one thing, just to pause on this. Who would like to learn to double, triple, quadruple your list? Did you know your social collateral that you can begin weaving with other leaders at this conference can set you up with a JV? You get the buyers. You just took the cream of the very best buyers on that leader's list. If you do a joint venture, if you deserve to do a joint venture, you get the very best buyers on your list consuming your thing. You could double and triple the list size in a day and get the best, most cultivated leads. Did you know that? That's how you guys don't get me going. Okay, here we go. Great stuff though, but it's all about the networking. Unstoppable Family.
All right, I have a confession. When we got started, I wasn't on board. I was a skeptical husband, and I tell you, I was the one that was giving her more anxiety, asking her, have you made a sale? Have you made a sale? Have you made a sale?
None of you have had that, so this is so irrelevant.
I bugged the crap out of her. So if I was to ever do it again, I would have.
Hey, we got some cash.
I don't know how she persuaded you with her, again, low energy and low persuasion
I know,
and things
it's
like
just
that.
how it works. Okay, but I know we got a couple seconds left.
I would have gave the love.
Sonny and Cher.
That was it. You had to give the love.
Does she have the money in her hand already? All right, we got
is this
yeah.
even-
All right, because I'm going to take
We got
some of this.
20 seconds.
All right, what I would have done, guys, differently, when I got started, I did the shotgun method. You know, it was just all over the board for marketing. I thought I could learn every single thing, and I was so spun. I was like a hamster in a wheel, had no clue. So my only thing I would do different is do the focus method, follow one course until successful.
Nice. Mr.
Well,
Forrest?
Mark, I think you know this. I probably would have got a job at Google in 2003 as an engineer, and I would have went in there and made sure they took care of all the affiliate marketers for like the next 100 years
Yeah.
or so. That would be great.
That would have been easy.
But no, in
That's
reality,
an inside joke a little bit.
a little side joke.
Very
but it-
painful. It's not funny.
No, it's not funny.
Still not funny.
Very painful. Actually, I think you hit it right on the head with JVs. I think I would have started JVs much earlier in my career, long time ago. You know, I think when we all get started, you're kind of an island, and then you end up connecting a bunch of islands, and they all kind of get together, and you have a big mass now. And I think that's where I would have started that much earlier. JVs, for sure. Look into JVs, for sure.
Are you guys
and
hearing
leverage
this stuff?
JVs.
This is powerful stuff. Holy crap. Sherry, work it.
Okay, so my first 5 years in network marketing, I was a whitewater rafting guide coming out of college. I got involved in network marketing, didn't know up from down. My first year I made $700. Now they said plug into the training, etc., and I did for 5 years faithfully. From 25 to 30 years old, I went to Super Saturday every Saturday. That brought my income to $72,000, and I felt like I wanted to pound my head into a wall because I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to make a six-figure income, let alone seven. How many of you have ever felt that? So what happened for me was I had a guy come up to me at a presentation, total stranger, and said, Sherry, you did a great presentation, but you're never going to make the big money. And I was offended. I wanted to kind of punch the guy. Yeah. Didn't know him. But I decided instead, let me learn from him because, you know, this wise mentor appeared. Let me ask, why? And he said, because you're not duplicatable. And as soon as I looked at that, the entrepreneur industry has 9 out of 10 businesses fail. The network marketing direct sales industry has 95 to 98% fail. And the only industry that succeeds time and time again was the franchise industry. And it's built upon a system, which is an acronym for Save Yourself Time, Energy, and Money. You might want to write that down. As soon as I figured out how to implement and build my own system within my sales organization, my sales went from $72,000 to $500,000 in 12 months.
We're done.
And over $1
Very
million
good.
that next year.
Not
That's
bad.
awesome.
Ty?
So mine first 5 years is worse. Really. $1,200 my best month. I spent $1,000 to get it, which is if you went to public school like I did, that's a net of $200. And
$1 an hour.
That's right.
Actually, for the week, yeah, for the month.
And you know what held me back was fear. Fear. Because I think if you really listen and you get down deep with every single one of these persons, what they mentioned, build the list earlier, do this earlier, network more, a lot of that is probably centered around fear. And gang, you live once. We got to get over the fear. I mean, there are so many amazing opportunities. You have a chance to do something great with your life. There's people in this room that can absolutely, no question, change your life. And go up and say hi. Everybody's a human being. Everybody's a normal person. And if you just take a few nuggets from this weekend and apply it without fear in your life, you will explode.
That was the last question. Hey, was this fun? Wow. You guys are awesome. All right, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. This is the deal. And there's a little bit of money. Feel that thing. Feel that thing. Just feel it. Not bad. Huh? And it says expert of experts, no excuses 3, 2012. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold it over their head. And Raymond, this is supposed to be a crown. And this is a tiara, very classy. Keeping it classy at no excuses. So, yeah, exactly. You might want to wear both. We're in Vegas. Here we go. Mr. Tribble. Sherry. Mr. Force. Unstoppable Family. Mr. Gomez. Sweet Diane. Okay. Sherry's in the finals for sure. We do have a play-in game for the championship between these two, though. Diane? Senor Gomez. Oh. Is it him? Now we have Gomez and Sherry. Sherry? Mr. Gomez? I'd like to see him fight. Could you guys just fight? A question!
Yeah, one more question.
I got 5 whole minutes to make this magic happen. Oh my gosh, now the pressure's on me here. I thought I was done. I'm waiting to go have a beer right now. Question off? All right, you two. It's got to be a stand. We got to have a standoff. Sherry, please. Mr. Gomez, please. No, I have the question.
And this, by the way, is for the crown because I don't want the tiara. Unless you do.
The tiara's mine. I don't want to cover up this beautiful baldness.
Now, self-fulfilling prophecy. Gomez there was some razz on Facebook going on over this. So here he is. Interesting. Okay, here's the deal. This is the question. And again, permission to ask them the question I want to answer with no political correctness. What do you know and do that most of us just don't? What do you know and what do you do? What do you think? What do you believe that most of us, we're not there? And that's why you're here.